4th canto, 28th chapter, verse number 56 to 58. Okay, we'll have 3 verses today because first 2 verses don't have the purports. It's just a translation. Nothing much to explain because Prabhupada has given the correct translation, so we don't have to add anything. But the purports of 58th sloka we'll explain little. Okay, so we'll go to the 56th verse today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Pancharamam Navadvaram.
Pancharamam Navadvaram.
Ekapalam Trikoshtakam.
Ekapalam Trikoshtakam.
Satkulam Panchavipanam.
Satkulam Panchavipanam.
Pancha Prakriti Stri Dhavam.
Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam.
Pancharamam Navadvaram.
Pancharamam Navadvaram.
Ekapalam Trikoshtakam.
Ekapalam Trikoshtakam.
Satkulam Panchavipanam.
Satkulam Panchavipanam.
Pancha Prakriti Stri Dhavam.
Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam.
Pancharamam Navadvaram.
Pancharamam Navadvaram.
Ekapalam Trikoshtakam.
Ekapalam Trikoshtakam.
Satkulam Panchavipanam.
Satkulam Panchavipanam.
Pancha Prakriti Stri Dhavam.
Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam.
One likes to chant the verse. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pancharamam Navadvaram. Ekapalam Trikoshtakam. Shatkulam Panchavipanam. Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pancharamam Ekapalam Trikoshtakam. Satkulam Panchavipanam. Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Pancharamam Navam Dwaram. Ekapalam Trikoshtakam. Satkulam Panchavipanam. Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pancharamam Navadvaram. Ekapalam Trikoshtakam. Shatkulam Panchavipanam. Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much.
Pancharamam Navadvaram. Ekapalam Trikoshtakam. Shatkulam Panchavipanam. Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pancharamam Navadvaram. Ekapalam Trikoshtakam. Shatkulam Panchavipanam. Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pancharamam Navadvaram. Ekapalam Trikoshtakam. Shatkulam Panchavipanam. Pancha Prakriti Sri Dhavam. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll see the word to word meaning. Pancharamam.
Pancharamam.
Gardens. Navadvaram. 9 gates.
9 gates.
Eka. 1. Palam. Protector. 3. Koshtakam. Apartments. Sat. 6. Skulam. Families. Pancha. 5. Vipanam. Stories. Pancha. 5. Prakriti. Material elements. 3. Women. Dwaram. Master. Translation. In that city, the material body, there are 5 gardens, 9 gates, 1 protector, 3 apartments, 6 families, 5 stories, 5 material elements, and 1 woman who is the lord of the house. Go to the next sloka. There's no purport. Panjendriyartha arama.
Panchendriyartha arama.
Vara prananava prabho.
Vara prananava.
Jobi anani koshtani.
Tejo binani koshani.
Kulam indriya sangraha.
Kulam indriya sangraha.
So translation, my dear friend, the 5 gardens are the 5 objects of sense enjoyment, and the protector is the life air, which passes through the 9 gates. The 3 apartments are the chief ingredients: fire, water, and earth. The 6 families are the aggregate total of the mind and 5 senses. It's a short purport. Supriti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. The 5 senses that acquire knowledge are sight, taste, smell, sound, and touch. And these act through the 9 gates: the 2 eyes, the 2 ears, 1 mouth, 2 nostrils, the genitals, and 1 rectum. These holes are compared to gates in the walls of the city. The principal ingredients are earth, water, and fire. And the principal factor is the mind, which is controlled by the intelligence, buddhi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We'll go to the 58th sloka today. Vipanastu kriya shaktir. Bhuta prakritiravya. Isha pumsam atra. Vishto navabhudhyada. Translation: the 5 stories are the 5 working sensory organs. They transact their business through the combined forces of the 5 elements, which are eternal. Behind all this activity is the soul. The soul is a person and an enjoyer in reality. However, because he is now hidden within the city of the body, he is devoid of knowledge. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Purport. The living entity enters the material creation with the aid of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And thus his body is formed. Although the living entity is working from within, he is nonetheless unknown. The living entity enters the material creation, but because he is bewildered by the material energy, he appears to be hidden. The bodily conception of life is prominent because of ignorance. Nava buddhyate. Intelligence is described in the feminine gender, but owing to her prominence in all activities, she is described in this verse as Adishaha, the controller. The living entity lives by means of fire, water, and food grains. It is through the combination of these 3 that the body is maintained. Consequently, the body is called Prakriti, material creation. All the elements gradually combine to form flesh, bone, blood, and so on. All this appear as various apartments. It is said in the Vedas that the digested foods are ultimately divided into 3. The solid portion becomes stool, and the semi-liquid portion turns into flesh. The liquid portion turns to yellow and is again divided into 3. One of these liquid portions is called urine. Similarly, the fiery portion is divided into 3 and one is called bone. Out of the 5 elements, fire, water, and food grains are very important. These 3 are mentioned in previous verse, whereas sky, ether, and air are not mentioned. This is all explained in Bhagavad Gita 13.20. Prakritim purusham chaiva vidhi anadi ubhav api vikraramsha gunam chaiva vidhi prakriti sambhavan. Material nature and the living entity should be understood to be beginningless. Their transformations and the modes of matter are products of material nature. Prakriti, material nature, and Purusha, the living entity, are eternal. When they both come in contact, there are different reactions and manifestations. All of them should be considered the results of the interaction of the 3 modes of material nature. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshunmidamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakatamahyam Tatanti Swapatantikam. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhinamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vipanastu Kriya Shaktir
Vipanastu Kriya Shaktir
Bhuta Prakritiravya
अव्यया
शक्ति अधीश पुंसं त्वत्र
यदीशपुंसं त्वत्र
प्रविष्टो नावबुध्यते.
प्रविष्टो नावबुध्यते.
The five stories are the five working sensory organs. They transact their business through the combined forces of the five elements, which are eternal. Behind all this activity is the soul. The soul is a person and an enjoyer in reality. However, because he is now hidden within the city of the body, he is devoid of knowledge. Hare Krishna. So mainly it is mentioned about the human form of life, no, the human form, the living entity. Okay, so it is made up of Panchaputa, earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is how the body is formed. Now, how is this body actually given to us? On what basis is body given to us?
Karma.
Yeah, based on your karma. Okay, whatever karma we do, based on that we get the new body. Then next, desires.
During our death.
Huh?
Conscious we are in during the death time.
Death time. Antakalesha mameva smaran bhakta. So kalaivaram. So when we die, what is our thought? That's the next body we get. Then desire, unfulfilled desire, not just desire, unfulfilled desire. Like we have lot of desire. The end of the life, somebody has a desire to see the grandchild getting married. Then what will happen next life? They'll be born in the same family. That's why one devotee's father was about to leave the body. So both of them, their brother and sister, they left that room. And they kept Prabhupada's picture and Krishna's picture, so that father should see Krishna and Prabhupada and leave, not their face and leave. I was like, see, last moment you should be there now next to your father. She's like, no, because father will see us, he'll have lot of desire. तो वो मरने वाला था, तब बच्चा लोग वो रूम से निकाला. क्यों? क्योंकि वो कृष्ण का फोटो देखना है, देख के मरना है. क्योंकि उसको नहीं तो उसको इच्छा होगा ना पुनर्जन्म के लिए. क्योंकि unfulfilled desire, this is one of the real cause for punarjanma. We have lot of desires. Prabhupada says desire will be there. सबको desire होता है. एक stone will not have desire. Living beings will have desire, but we should purify it. Desire should be devoted to Krishna's service. We can have desire. We can have a desire to have a nice house. That house should be used for Krishna's service. We should have a nice altar for the Lord. We should sit and chant in that house. We can have a vehicle. That vehicle can be used to come to temple. Like that, no? There is one Mataji here. She gets fruits, vegetables and everything. The children likes it. So what she'll do, she'll offer to the Lord and then give to them. Like that. Now we have a desire to eat something, offer to Krishna and have sadhana. So that's how purification happened, and this is possible only in human form of life. Animals cannot do. Even animals do devotional services. In Kerala, Guruvayur temple, there is one elephant called Keshava. Okay, Guruvayur Keshava he is called. So tall, big. Every day उसको भगवान को पिटा के परिक्रमा करना है daily. So daily he is taking the Lord in his back and doing parikrama in Guruvayur temple, which is very, very famous for Lord's worship, and you know so many pastimes have happened there. So this elephant, when he is about to die, what happened? He went in front of the deities, he paid obeisances and he left the body. Just imagine how glory, even being in an elephant form like Gajendra. Okay, Gajendra was Indradyumna Maharaj, but we don't know who this soul was in the body of that Keshavan, Guruvayur Keshavan. He's so famous that his pictures are still kept in the temple, and he always does, he take prasadam and he hears the Harinam. So just imagine, being an animal also they are so fortunate. So, but in human form of life, it's very, very rare to get a human form of life. Why? Why very rare? Why you say human form? बहुत दुर्लभ है मनुष्य जन्म मिलना. क्यों?
Because after 84 lakh species, we will roam about and then we will come back to the human life, Mataji.
Okay. 4 lakhs. तो 84 लाख जन्म स्पीशीज है ना, उनमें से सिर्फ 4 लाख मनुष्य जन्म है. चतुर्लक्षानी मानवा. बाकी सब पक्षियों व सब ना, that's like जलजा नवलक्षानी. In aquatics there are 9 lakhs, but human form it's only 4 lakhs. तो बहुत बहुत दुर्लभ है मनुष्य जन्म मिलना. So प्रहलाद महाराज also said the same thing. कौमारा आचरेत प्रज्ञो धर्मान भागवतानिहा दुर्लभम मानुषं जन्मम तदपि अध्रुवम अर्थतम. So he says very rare to get a human form of life. So what should we do? We should do bhakti in Kaumara, in young age itself. Start as much as you can, as fast as you can, not as fast as you can, even in childhood. So 7th canto, 6th chapter, verse number 1. Shri Prahaladu Vaja Kaumare Acharet Pratnyo Dharman Bhagadaniha Durlabam Manusham Janmam Tadabi Adhruvamartadam. Durlabam Manusha Janmam. ये मनुष्य जन्म मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है. Okay, Durlabha Manusha Janma. So what should we do? Start bhakti now itself. Start devotional service as early as possible. Sometimes we see children, we feel so fortunate they are. What were we doing? Our parents were in ignorance, we were also in ignorance. We were forced to eat non-veg, we were forced, when I was pregnant, that time all my friends said, if you don't eat fish na, तो बच्चों को बाल नहीं होगा, बच्चा बाल नहीं होगा, तंदुरुस्त नहीं होगा. So fish ಮೀನ್ ತಿನ್ಬೇಕಂತ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಮಗುಗೆ ಹೇರ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. I got scared, really I got scared. Like, what is this? I am in Krishna consciousness. I am trying to avoid all the sinful activities, and they are saying this. And that sister who told that, जो बोला था, she was there during my delivery time. वो था, because it's my hospital where I worked. So वो था, तो तब बच्चा बाहर आ गया, तो रोने लगा. I immediately looked at her face. Sister, उसको बाल है. He had lot of hair actually. Though she started laughing, she's like, हाँ, no, होता है. Then I was like, see, all these negative things will come when I stopped non-veg. My father is like, you'll become thin, you'll become weak, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा तुमको, you won't have health, सब कुछ बोलेगा ये लोग. आपको भी बोला होगा ना कि इतनी छोटी उम्र से क्यों भक्ति कर रहे हैं, है ना, 50 साल के बाद करना, रिटायर होने के बाद करना, बोला है माता जी को बोलते हैं. एक माता जी है हमारे टेम्पल में, उसका लॉट ऑफ पीपल टोल्ड हर, इंक्लूडिंग हर पेरेंट्स टोल्ड, डोंट गो टू टेम्पल मत जाना है, पढ़ाई करो. But she comes, she runs and come to temple, she do lot of service in the temple, very young, the teenage girls, they come, and that shows what they've done bhakti in their previous life. Whatever, no matter whoever stopped them, they'll come, because nothing can stop you. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, see, the same thing applies to even Bharat Maharaj also, no? Because he was meditating in the forest, and he saw the deer and he developed some kind of attachment. So he got the next birth of the deer. He immediately realized the mistakes done in the past.
And he became Jada Bharat next. That was again Krishna's Radha plan for him, because he became Jada Bharat to give transcendental advice to Raghuguna Maharaj. Yes, so whatever desire we have, whatever attachment we have towards the end of our life, that's what we will have next life. It says that next life is getting ready now. आपको एक अपार्टमेंट खाली करना है, आपका घर, तो यू हैव टू फाइंड अनदर हाउस ना, ढूंढना है पहले ना घर, फिर सामान लेके जाएगा. तो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू फाइंड अनदर हाउस, देन यू विल शिफ्ट योर थिंग्स. सिमिलरली हमारा, लाइक व्हेन द सोल इज अबाउट टू लीव द बॉडी, नेक्स्ट बॉडी शुड बी रेडी. Unless you are getting delivered and going back to Godhead. If you are going back to Godhead, that is different. You won't have body. अगर आप भगवत धाम जाएगा तो आपको अगला जन्म नहीं होगा. But if you are not completed Krishna consciousness, we have lot of anarthas and all. So definitely, if we take birth in next life, अगला जन्म ready होना चाहिए. It should be ready. That depends on what karma we do in this life. Also, what mode of nature we are associated. Karanam guna sangasya. अगर if we do start chanting the holy name, do devotional service, everything, आपको कौन सा जन्म मिलेगा अगला? भक्ता मनुष्य जन्म है ना, भक्त जन्म में शुचि नाम श्रीमदम गेहे. You will be born in a devotee family. From day one of your life, from the time of conception, you will be like Krishna conscious. Prabhupada says, even in mother's womb you can chant the holy name. ठीक है, मैं गर्भपात्र के अंदर से भी हम भगवान का नाम ले सकते हैं. तो you can see Prahlad Maharaj, how he was inside mother's womb and listening to Narad Muni. Shukadev Goswami was inside the womb listening. No, so it's very very important that to understand Krishna conscious में आने के बाद हम नहीं गिरेगा, हम नीच जन्म में नहीं जाएगा. हम definitely will get higher janmas, but our consciousness should get elevated, because it's very rare to get human form of life. Okay, when you come to Krishna consciousness, people will say 100 things to make you go away. Why? Because they think we are crazy. Actually they are crazy. वो लोग सोचेगा हम पागल है ना, सब कुछ छोड़ के भगवान का नाम ले रहे, क्या है पागलपन. एक ही वन माता जी told me, one life, no, enjoy. Why you bothered about next life? Just enjoy this life. That's important. They are not thinking about next life. They are not thinking about how the soul is suffering in different body. So Prahlad Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of life from very beginning. In other words, in the tender age of childhood. Now, then you will be thinking how children can do bhakti. They can chant, they can dance in the kirtan, they can listen. Prabhupada says, no, when sometimes some children make noise in the class, so Prabhupada says, no, let them sit. They are hearing Bhagavatam, which is transcendental. They will not understand anything, no problem. It will have effect because you have given the Bhakti-lada beej to them. They have got the bija. Someone else will water or some other life will water, no problem. They become devotee or not, doesn't matter. It's between them and Krishna. But we should do what is best for them and we should give them chance to hear the Harinam. We don't know who will be serious in life. We don't know whom Krishna will accept, Krishna will reject. We don't know. So definitely we should start from as early as possible. Now you will be thinking, now, अरे बहुत late Krishna conscious में आया, क्या करो अभी? No problem. The soul doesn't have age. Soul age not नहीं होता है ना. You can continue next life. No, we will be thinking, so many janmas we wasted. In one life भक्ति करेगा, हमको शुद्ध भक्त बनना है, ना शुद्ध नाम जप करना है, भगवत धाम जाना है. Yes, that's good desire, but we should be patient. You know, the example given is एक boy लड़का लड़की का शादी हुआ तो तुरंत बच्चा हो जाएगा क्या? नहीं ना, वेट करना पड़ेगा. 9 months she has to have patience, she has to serve the husband. Prabhupada give this example. You have to be patient, then bhakti will grow. So the human body is rarely achieved, and although temporary, it is temporary, definitely it's going to go, but it's meaningful because in human form you can perform devotional service. Who's telling this? Prahlad Maharaj is telling. So Prahlad Maharaj from the mother's womb itself, he was doing bhakti, and at the age of 5, Narasimha Dev appeared before him. So this human form is very meaningful. We should not waste. Durlabha manusha janma satasanga parahue bhava sindure. Durlabha manusha janma, very very rare to get human form. And more rare than human form is what? To get मनुष्य जन्म मिलना मुश्किल है. उससे भी मुश्किल क्या है?
Association of devotees. Devotee.
To get association of devotees. You told me once, no? You want to live in the association of devotees wherever you go. I still remember. Because that's very important. You value, you know the value. You got human form. Yes, बहुत मुश्किल है human form मिलना. But अकेला तो भक्ति कर सकता है? Can you do bhakti in your house alone? नहीं ना. Both, it will be very boredom and we won't be enthusiastic. But the moment you come to temple, definitely you will get up from Mangaluru, है ना? घर पे तो सो जाएगा. But if you are in association of devotees, अरे वो devotee कर रहे हो, that devotee is also chanting, that devotee is getting up from Mangaluru, what am I doing? So that inspiration will get from devotees. कैसा है, like how you go with दारू पीने वाले के साथ जाए तो you will become number 1 drinker. Like that, you with devotees, you will also. That Aishwarya Pujari Mataji was saying, Mataji in hostel very difficult to do bhakti. But the moment she comes here, no, she is very active. Mangaluru पे आएगा, सभी सेवा करेगा, everything she'll do. So the association is very very rare. Okay, it said, Dehinam Shana Bhagavaram Tatrabi Durlabham Manye Vaikunta Priyadarshana. Durlabham Manisham Deham Dehinam Shana Guram. This one. 11th canto, first chapter 2, verse number 29. Durlabham Manisho Dehe Dehinam Shana Guram Tatrabi Durlabham Manye Vaikunta Priyadarshana. Durlabham Manisham Janam. Yes, बहुत rare है. It's very rare to get human form. Dehinam Shana Banguram. The body will go anytime. It will die. But Tatrabi Durlabhamani, very rare is Vaikunta Priyadarshan, to get association of pure devotees. To get association of devotees, very very rare. And we are so fortunate we got association of devotees. For the conditioned soul, human body is very difficult to achieve. It can be lost at any moment. But more rare than is association of pure devotees who are dear to the Lord of Vaikunta. And we got the purest devotee in the whole universe, Srila Prabhupada, with us. No? So we should hear his lectures, we should read his books. That's how we associate with Prabhupada. Did you read Leelamrita? Leelamrita. Apada? Leelamrita. You read? If you read Leelamrita, 100% guarantee you will cry. Ab roega. है ना? because you'll know how much Prabhupada struggled. No, before that I was not so attached to Prabhupada. Okay, I used to pay obeisances and I'll be so attached to Krishna. But when I read Leelamrita, I'm like, who's this? I mean, I fell in love with Srila Prabhupada, and so I got so attached to Prabhupada. And I should not become Ritvik because I didn't take initiation that time. But I was becoming more and more attached to Prabhupada. Prabhupada se hi diksha lena tha mujhe. I was like that. Then I was like, no, I should not become Ritvik, no, in that way, that's not good. Then I came to know about Prabhupada's disciple, who's very, very dear to Prabhupada. But then after reading Leelamrita, every day I used to cry during Leelamrita. So much is there about Prabhupada's struggle, and it's so nice. You know, when you read Leelamrita, you will value who Srila Prabhupada is. Otherwise, you won't know the importance of Prabhupada. And you should take association of Prabhupada. How? Through his Vani. So here his lectures, most of the time you have your pen drive in the car, you're going for drive for the office or something, you're in the bus, hear Prabhupada's lecture. Shorts you can hear. Shorts are there. Here, every day you should hear. Because what we say, it's just from here. What Prabhupada says from the heart. He's a pure devotee. It's like a vaccine of material diseases happening, but he's there with us in his Vani. मैं कीप हियर ना बहुत लेक्चर सुनेगा, आपको जैसा लगता है कि प्रभुपाद आपसे बात कर रहे हैं. You felt? आपको लगा something, no, he'll call you fool, rascal, something is for you, कि हमने कुछ गलती किया या something we would have done, Prabhupada will just talk to you. So much experience I have. Even you read also Prabhupada's book, something will be for you. That is Prabhupada personally connecting to you. That connection चाहिए. It says every devotee in ISKCON should have a personal connection with Prabhupada. And हम बहुत fortunate हैं. पता है क्यों? Prabhupada's disciples से ज़्यादा fortunate हम हैं. क्यों? लोकनाथ स्वामी महाराज, His Holiness जय पताका स्वामी महाराज, उनसे ज़्यादा fortunate हम लोग हैं.
Because we are his grandchildren.
Grand disciples.
Grand disciples.
मुझे पता है, मैं मम्मी के घर गया तो my mother will not look at me. She'll go and take Jagannath. बहुत उसको प्यार देगा, मुझे डांटेगा. She's so attached to the grandchild. तो श्रील प्रभुपाद हमारा grandfather जैसा है. His disciples are his daughters and son. We are grandchildren. तो बहुत प्यार मिलेगा हमको. ठीक है, तो बट वी शुड कैप्चर दैट प्यार. अगर बहुत धूप है बाहर में, आप आपके घर में छुपा के बैठा तो आपको धूप मिलेगा? यू विल गेट सनलाइट? नो. If you hide in your house, you will not get sunlight. Then you will say, I have vitamin D deficiency, no use. Like that, mercy is there. Prabhupada's mercy is available. Do service in the temple, do service, any devotional service you do, Prabhupada's mercy will come. How will it come? If you hear his lectures, read his books, follow the instructions, Prabhupada's mercy will come. So it is said in one kirtan, शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजरे अनुकूला. प्रभु शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजने अनुकूला. भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलतिकार मूला. भक्त सेवा परम प्रेमलतिकार मूला. शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजने अनुकूला. शुद्ध भक्त, the dust from the lotus feet of a Shuddha Bhakta, pure devotee, is what is required for our bhajan. Bhakta Seva Parama Siddhi. If we serve devotees, what you have? Prema Latikara Mula. That's the beginning of our bhakti. Mahat Seva. What is that? Satam Kripa and Mahat Seva. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, the dust of the lotus feet of a pure devotee, enthusiastic devotional service to pure devotees is the highest order. That's the roots of the creep of devotion. Okay. So in Bhaktilata beach we got. Now to make it strong, what should we do? The dust of the feet of pure devotees. Bhaktam ka charan ka dhuli kaisa milega aapko? How will you get? You can't go and touch their feet. No, what will you do? No. How do you get the dust? Serving, you get mercy. You should not. So,
instructions.
not only that, I'm asking literally the dust. How did you get the dust? You have to pay obeisances. Now when you come and pay obeisances, इधर पूरा धूली होगा ना, सब भक्तों का धूली होगा इधर. श्री राधा गोविंद भगवान की जय, गौर की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की. So we have to pay obeisances. I see Mandra Prabhu when he come for Mangalarti, वो उधर ही obeisances करके आएगा, फिर प्रभुपाद को करेगा. तो I started seeing why he is doing this. We'll come and we'll pay obeisance to Prabhupada, then we'll come here. We won't bother anything. But वो आया, तुरंत he will do obeisances there and come. ಪ್ರಣಾಮ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಬರೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ I was thinking why he is doing. He is paying obeisance to Vaishnavas. And the dust, he get the dust. That is really good actually. That is what is the power for our bhakti. The dust, what is it? Bhakta pada dhuliyara, bhakta pada jal, bhakta bhukta avashesha tino mahaval. Bhakta pada dhuliyara, bhakta pada jal, bhakta pada dhuli. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, the dust of the lotus feet of a devotee. Fir uska charanamrit washed from the feet of a devotee. Then bhakta bhukta avashesha. Headache, yeah. Krishna once got headache, na? Sar dard hua, फिर gopis का dust. हाँ. For Krishna. Pandariya. Okay, so there one Mataji says they collect the dust and apply for Krishna. Like Krishna had one headache, sardad hua tha, or gopiyon ka dust manga. So nobody was ready to give, but gopis gave because the dust is so powerful. And Mataji says there is one temple where the deity, for deities they apply the dust of the devotees' feet with chandan. Pandarinath. Lagata hai udhar. See, Krishna is also taking devotees' dust. So Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Bhakta pada dhuliyara, Bhakta pada jal, Bhakta bhukta avashesha tino mahabal. Bhakta pada dhuli, the dust of the feet of a devotee. Water that wash the feet of a devotee. How will we get that? Okay, sa milega. प्रभुपाद का अभिषेक होता है ना डेली, रोज होता है, तो वो पीना है आपको. If you drink now, one time what happened, Prabhupada went to one temple and इंद्रदुम्न महाराज था उधर, तो उसको competition, उधर एक competition हुआ. What is the competition? Who do maximum book distribution, उसको प्रभुपाद का अभिषेक करना देगा. So इंद्रदुम्न महाराज won and he started doing अभिषेका. तब उस प्रभुपाद का आरती हो रहा था. What he did, इंद्रदुम्न महाराज वो लेके भाग गया वो उसका रूम पे. He went and ran and he drank the whole Charanamrita of Prabhupada. And Indra Maharaj says, I got the mercy of Prabhupada through that Charanamrita. So whatever Charanamrita we get here, we take, we drink. And Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha Prasadam. After offering to Shishya Govinda, Gaurnita and all, it is offered to Prabhupada, the Guru Parampara, then it comes to us. Even at home, you should have the Parampara picture. Anybody who doesn't have Guru Parampara picture at home, एक लेना है आपको. You have to have it. You should have Gaurnita's photo. You should have Srila Prabhupada's picture, your Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru, and the Parampara, the Shad Goswamis and the 5 of the Parampara. Very, very important. You should have the Parampara at home. Okay, that's the criteria ना. When you do video call करते हैं हम दीक्षा लेने के पहले, उसका altar दिखाना है. They should show the altar. And if the parampara is not there, Namanishtha Prabhu rejects. नहीं. और देवी देवताओं को रखा तो भी नहीं चाहिए. नहीं. That means what? You're not convinced Krishna is supreme. You still want plan B. You तुमको ऐसा लगता है कि कृष्ण सब कुछ नहीं कर सकता, or he is just not so capable. So you want other demigods, no? That's why you're going to demigods. तो कृष्णा भावने में आने के बाद हम देवी देवताओं का मंदिर नहीं जाता है. You don't go. What will the family say? अरे क्या हुआ, तुम ऐसा, तुम तो बड़ा भक्त बन गया, ये क्या है? But we are watering the root of the tree. हम वृक्ष के नीचे पानी डालना है ना, वो पत्ते और हाँ फल में डालने के क्या जरूरत है. तो we have understood it. Once you are initiated, you should be very, very careful. Okay. So Shuddha Bhakta Charana Reno Bhajane Anukula. And there is one more verse for that. Sadhu Sangha. What is it? Sadhu Sangha Mula. There is one more. But okay, not this. So it is said that Krishna, then when Ramananda Rai asked, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai, what is the greatest misery in this world? Dukkha. What did he reply? Anyone knows? in Chaitanya Charitamrita?
Separation of a devotee.
Separation from the Lord.
Separation from a devotee, Mataji.
Not from Lord, from devotee.
Devotees. Yes.
Okay. Krishna Bhakta Viraha Vina Dukkha Nahi Dekhi Para. Krishna Bhakta Viraha Vina. The separation from a devotee is the highest dukkha. Where is it? Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 8, verse 248. Dukkha madhya kona dukkha haya guru tara. Krishna Bhakta Viraha Vina Dukkha Nahi Dekhi Para. Krishna Bhakta Viraha Vina Dukkha Nahi Dekhi Para. There is no other separation than separation from a Krishna Bhakta Viraha. Okay, you can ask devotees who don't have much association how much they long. Now one day Gunashri Mataji was here, okay, and now she is with her son. She is doing seva with to them. Okay, Gunavati Jayashri Mataji. So she was here, and Mataji was singing Tulsi Arati. So she was singing, and next day she had to go to her son's place because he needs her now. She is doing his studies in college, so she needs to be there. So here, when she is here in Mangalore, she comes at least once or twice in a week and do seva, lot of seva. She do lot of seva. So she was missing the association of devotees. Tulsi Arati गा के रोने लगा. मैंने सोचा क्या हुआ माताजी? नहीं, I'm missing devotee association. I'm missing temple, because she is so attached. No, that is required. We value. अगर आपको आंख नहीं है, तो आप आंख का value में पता आएगा ना. अगर आपको बुखार हुआ, तब you'll know what is the value of being healthy. एक सरदर्द हुआ तो जपा भी नहीं कर सकता. Like you will value it more when you are in separation. That's why Krishna is in separation in Vrindavan, to value him more, to have that Tibra Bhakti. So here Mataji had that separation of devotees. Actually that is required. Krishna Bhakti Viraha Vina Bhakta Viraha Vina Dukkha Nahi Dekhi Para. That's the greatest. That's why you should all go for yatras arranged by the temple, because you get nice association, no? I still remember. I think it was Mani Jain Mataji. हम आप सभी यात्रा गए ना? एक यात्रा मिस नहीं किया ना आपने? See, I always remember her because she never misses any yatra. Okay, why? Because she values the association of devotees. It's really required. See how much. Okay, you have a lot of problems at home, but at least try to come for every yatra. Why? You get a devotee association, which is really required. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked of all kinds of distress, which is the most painful? And Sri Ramananda Rai replied, apart from separation from a devotee of Krishna, I know of no other unbearable happiness. So the separation from the devotee, that's the highest. The separation from devotee of Krishna. Separation from Krishna will not happen much. Why? Okay, it will happen, but not much. क्यों? कृष्ण से बहुत separation नहीं मिल
You are not in direct touch with Krishna. You are in direct touch with the devotee.
We can take the deities. Yes, Shubhamai Mataji says we can take the deities. We have deities. We have pictures of Krishna. We have holy name. We have prasadam. Even at home, wherever you are, whichever place or part of the world you are, you can have all these things. You can have a picture of Krishna. I still remember एक निमाई प्रभु था. You were there, Russian Prabhu Nimai. So he was about to leave. He had some visa problem. So I was in Vrindavan that time. So Prabhu, Namishta Prabhu called and said, Gaurmita deities लेके आओ उसके लिए. तो हमने वीडियो कॉल किया and I saw one Gaurmita like this, one hand above, one hand down, dancing ecstasy में. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. तो मैंने वो ले लिया प्रभु के लिए. He packed it and took it to Russia. रशिया पे लेके गया वो. And उधर there, not Russia, he is in some other country where there is Ukraine or something. So he is doing service there. He could पूरा आरती का सब कुछ लेके गए, चामर, दिया, और उधर he is doing. So you won't feel separation, because if you have deities, so much you have to do, na? You have to do abhishek, dressing, then you have to make garlands for an offering, bhoga, so many things. So you will not feel much separation from Krishna. But devotees, definitely. Unless you have devotee at your home, but still that separation is there from a devotee. So in this purport of today, it is said that human form is made up of these Panchabhutas, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Now, in our body, which is the earth part in our body? Which is the earth part?
Flesh.
Earth means the strongest part. Bones. So the earth part represents the bone. Water, which is the water part in our body? blood, saliva, all that is water.
Tongue, Mataji.
Yeah, fire,
Digestion.
Eyes, Mataji.
digestive fire, air, yeah, air, breathing, oxygen, carbon dioxide, air. Ether is like a space.
Lungs.
Yeah, around the lungs, around the heart, there is something called pericardial space, peripleural space, where it is outside, but there is air in that particular place. Not air also. If there is air, that is pneumothorax, that is a disease condition. Pleural effusion, there is a watery in that space. There should not be any water or air. It's just a dead space. It's like a dead space, ether. So yes, this is how our body is formed. But Krishna's body is Satchidananda, transcendental. Now, the transcendental body of Krishna and us, how do you differentiate? How do you know a body is made up of material things or a transcendental?
Krishna never gets old.
Huh?
He never gets
Body is
old.
perishable.
He's
Krishna
young
is
forever.
eternal.
He never gets old, very good. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi doesn't affect the spiritual soul. Okay, then?
There is no
all the senses, material gunas.
कृष्णा का पिक्चर देखा था कि बूढ़ा हुआ है, बूढ़ा हुआ पिक्चर देखा था कभी भी नहीं. He will not never get old. So, but then there are so-called God in Kali Yuga ना, बहुत लोग बोलता है मैं God हूँ, मैं God हूँ, but they have white hairs. They die also, no? How can they be God? Huh? Prabhupada says, no, they are rascal gods. They are not actually God. They can be Guru. You can call them Guru. They are guiding us to Krishna, but they are not God. We can't say they are God. Once we were doing initiation interview, then one Mataji said, yeah, I follow this person, that person is God. Immediately we cut her initiation form because they are gurus. They can't be God because they will also have Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Only God is above all these things. No, nobody can be God in that way. Okay, so transcendental body will not have Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Then what else?
Three gunas.
They are above the three modes. They are above the three modes. The threefold miseries will not affect them. Then?
One organ can perform the function of another.
Yeah, Agani Asya Sagalendriya Vritti Mantri. One sense is Krishna can eat with his eyes. Krishna just have to glance, no, he can eat. आंख से खा सकते हैं कृष्णा क्योंकि all the senses are transcendental. Okay, then?
Unfortunately, he can create with his eyes.
Yeah, he can do creation with his eyes. That's what the sense.
We are all Prakriti.
Yeah, we are Prakriti.
Transformations, we go through those, but Lord Krishna doesn't.
Yeah, that I told Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi at the age also.
All six opulences are there.
All six opulences are there in Bhagavan. And the Mataji said one point.
Any form like he came in sari to save Draupadi.
Yeah, good you took this verse. So in Billamangalam Thakur says one verse in which is that? Okay, he says in Damodar Ashtaka he says Agre Kurunam Ata Pandavanam Dushashanena Kridavastrakesha Krishna Tadakrosha Tananyanadha Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So Agre Kurunam Ata Pandavanam. So that means Agre Kurunam. In that Kuru dynasty, Ata Pandavanam, where all the Pandavas were there, Agre Kurunam Ata Pandavanam. ये एक वैष्णव भजन है, आप सुना प्रभु? हाँ, बहुत अच्छा है, दामोदर अष्टका by Billamangalam Thakur. So in that assembly, Dushashanena Kritavastra Kesha, Dushasan, because Dhritarashtra's son, no, Duryodhana's brother. What did he do? He took away the sari of Draupadi. Agre Kurunam Shri Govinda Damodara Stotram by Billamangalam Thakur. So this is a Vaishnav bhajan. Agre Kurunam Ata Pandavas were there and the Kuru dynasty were also there. Dushashanena Kritavastra Kesha. Dushashan pulled the vastra and Kesha, the hair of Draupadi. And Krishna Tadakrosha Tananyanada. Then Draupadi put both her hands. Initially, she was holding her sari and calling Krishna, Krishna help. Krishna didn't come. हाँ तुम अकेली कर सकती ना, because she was holding her sari. Then she took one hand and she left both the hands. Complete surrender हुआ. Then Krishna came in form of sari, na, like Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. So she called out. It's a big verse, 72 slokas है उसमें. Okay, so big it is. And the first verse says, very, being in the before the assembled Kurus and Pandavas, when Dushashan caught her hair and clothing, Krishna, Draupadi's another name is Krishna, having no other lord, cried out, Govinda, Damodara, Madhava. एक माता जी आता था ना गोकुल में फल लेके, सुशील फल ना, गोविंदर ले लो, दामोदर ले लो, माधव ले लो. और when gopis were selling छाछ, that buttermilk ना, वो भी ऐसा बोलता है, आधा लीटर गोविंदा ले लो, आधा लीटर माधव ले लो. अरे ये क्या बोल रहे हैं? Because they want to have Krishna always with them, think of Krishna always with them, so they tell like this. See the third sloka, Prabhu. Desiring to sell milk, dahi, butter, the mind of the gopis are so absorbed in Krishna that instead of telling milk for sale, doodh le lo, they'll tell Govinda, Madhav le lo, Damodar le lo. So this is what, how they are, no? They are just Krishna conscious all the time. I think the third verse. The second verse, Vikretu kama khilakopatanya murari patarpita chitta buddhi dhadyatikam mohavasat avochat Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So all of them they chant Govinda Damodara Madhava. And Villamangalam Thakur says, if you can't do all these, kuch seva nahi kar sakta, kuch bhi nahi kar sakta, Bhagwan ka naam lo. At least you can sit. You told no, once you chant 64 rounds at home, you were sitting and chanting, है ना? So you got that experience of chanting in home. That you can do. Chanting you can do. But for chanting to be more in quality, you should come to temple. You should have devotee association. Like how you take paracetamol tablet or paracetamol injection. Which one acts fast? Injection, because it directly goes to your vein, it goes to your blood circulation. Digestion, it will take time, it goes to your stomach, the absorption is less. So similarly, doing bhakti at home, okay, it will help us. But then coming in the association of devotees, online also, see, there's no difference online or offline. Yesterday I was telling, most of you know, they are all Corona batch. How many are Corona devotees? And during COVID you came to Krishna consciousness. You also? After that, you came. आप पहले था ना? आप भी तब आया? हाँ? ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है. ऐसा लग रहा है आप बहुत साल से भक्ति कर रहे हैं बचपन से. हाँ? कर रहा था. हाँ. तो इस टाइम पे ISKCON पे तब आया. हाँ. महाराज का लेक्चर सुन के. हाँ. तब वो जपा का लेक्चर दे रहा था. So in our class of 106 we have 17 devotees came through COVID and most of them are initiated. See Supriti Keshavi Devidasi, Mandagri Karada Devidasi and Sumangalata, Nirupama. We have so many Lalita Vinodani Mother, Radhika Vinodavneshwari. So many you can see all are initiated devotees. Hats off to all of you. Why? Because जब मैं आया था तब कोरोना का टाइम में नहीं था और मुझे 6 महीने लगा 16 माला करना. 16 rounds को 6 months it took for me. बहुत स्लो था मैं. 1 राउंड करता था, 2 rounds, 4 rounds, फिर पूरा स्टॉप हुआ. ओके, तो एक दिन मेरा शिक्षा गुरु कॉल करके बोला, क्योंकि मैं संडे को भी वर्क कर रहा था. संडे को जॉब किया ना, आई गेट डबल सैलरी, डबल पॉकेट मनी मिलता था. सो आई थॉट अच्छा है ना, डबल मिलेगा. तो आई यूज्ड टू गो टू क्या कौन किया जाएगा टेम्पल, उधर जाएगा तो डबल पैसा मिलेगा और काम भी कम होगा. तो मैं जाता था संडे को ऑफिस जाता था, मैं हॉस्पिटल जाता था वर्क करने. यू नो ना, संडे दे विल बी वेरी एम्प्टी और विल बी जस्ट सिटिंग एंड चिट चैटिंग, बट आई गेट डबल सैलरी ना. तो मैं टेम्पल नहीं गया. तो मेरा शिक्षा गुरु कॉल किया, वो बोला if you don't come to temple this life and you don't do bhakti, अगला जन्म ना कॉकरोच बनाएगा उसी हॉस्पिटल में. अरे शॉक ऑफ माय लाइफ, आई विल बिकम कॉकरोच इन हॉस्पिटल. देन मैं भाग के चला गया. लाइक अरे मुझे पैसा नहीं चाहिए, मुझे मतलब आई वांट टू डू भक्ति. सो दैट्स माय पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. लाइक आई थॉट आई शुड नॉट बिकम अ कॉकरोच in my office at that time. I used to, Sunday I got an off, morning I go to temple, do seva, I used to do. Then slowly but this online devotees 18 days का level 1 course के बाद 16 rounds chant करने शुरू किया. I have one friend Mangala Mataji, no, Mangala Mataji. I think she started chanting like that. Yeah. So immediately after 18 days course they start chanting 16 rounds. I was shocked. I mean online. It's very like fortunate. Why? Because they have done Bhakti in their previous life, definitely. Otherwise, it's not easy to reach 16 just like that. So these are the fortune we get with devotee association. So when you have association with such devotees, you will get inspired. एक लड़की है, I think Deepti Mataji, someone. She gets up what time? 2 a.m. ठीक है, तो 2 o'clock she gets up, 2:30 to 4:30 she'll finish 16 rounds. क्योंकि उसका मम्मी पापा भक्ति करना अलाउ नहीं करता है, पढ़ाई करो, वो she's doing studies. तो I was shocked, like तो 16 माला किया, हाँ 2:30 to 4:30. So she is not coming my class, क्लास नहीं अटेंड करा, मेरा क्लास 8:30 बजे शुरू होता है, वो 8 बजे सोता है रात को. So she messaged me, Mataji, I sleep at 8 o'clock, I can't attend your class at 8:30. Why? Because I have to get up at 2 a.m. to do my japa. I was like, really? Then I started observing her. She is really doing japa. She is not lying. She has a mentor who takes care of her. So these are all using the human form in the right way. No, Manish Janma, you have to do it in the right way. Adi Shankaracharya also said one thing. Jantunam Narajanma Durlabam. Jandunam Narajanma Durlabam means out of all the species, human form is very, very rare. तो वी आर सो फॉर्चुनेट. मैं आपका मम्मी से भी यही बोला कि बहुत अच्छा भक्त है वो, उसका भक्ति स्टॉप मत करो. तो उसने बोला एक ही शक में है, एक ही कंडीशन है कि वो कॉलेज बंक नहीं करना है. कॉलेज बंक नहीं करना है, रोज मंदिर आ सकता है, वो करना है, सेवा कर सकता है, बट कॉलेज बंक नहीं करना है, उसका अटेंडेंस शॉर्टेज नहीं आना है, पढ़ाई अच्छा ध्यान रखना है. हाँ, तो अभी अब उसका मम्मी हैप्पी है क्योंकि शी इज गोइंग फॉर कॉलेज ऑल्सो, शी इज कमिंग एबल टू मैनेज बोथ. बिफोर ना शी कम्स इन कॉलेज ड्रेस से इधर आके चेंज करके सेवा करता है, तुरंत ना शी गो टू किचन एंड सेवा करे, बहुत सेवा करता है, बट शी इज टू डू दिस. और मम्मी पापा को नहीं पता चलेगा कि वो इधर है. तो एक दिन पता चला, बहुत गुस्सा हो गया. बट सी आई वॉज थिंकिंग ना, शी इज सो यंग, बहुत इन 18-19 years यू आर गेटिंग अटैच टू सर्विस, यू आर गेटिंग अटैच. और वो ऐश्वर्या माता जी जब शी गो टू कॉलेज ना, रोके जाता है मंडे मॉर्निंग, बहुत मिस करता है वो. When I was working na, I used to tell I am sick and I go for Janmashtami temple and I'll jump. तो एक दिन क्या हुआ, नगर संकीर्तन हो रहा था, I was jumping in the कीर्तन in the road. Okay, मेरे हॉस्पिटल एक स्टाफ देख लिया और वीडियो भी खींचा. She sent in the group, अरे इसको बुखार है देखो, she is jumping in the कीर्तन, और some everyone came to know. और he called me, my hospital का MD. क्या कर रहे तो, what are you doing? You have to do karma karo. Then there was one stage where I could not take it anymore. I resigned. I resigned and came off. I could not take it anymore. Kyunki why? Krishna consciousness is very, very important for us. Very important. If your job is saying that work 12 hours, 14 hours काम करो, 12 hours काम करो, when will you do sadhana? है ना? एक घंटा 2 घंटा ऐसे इधर उधर जाने के लिए you need to go to the office and come back. 12 hours, 14 hours you will work. When will you do sadhana? When will you read Srila Prabhupada's book? So either you change your job or you convince your authority that ठीक है, I will do only 8 hours job or 10 hours job, मुझे साधना भी करना है. I know Bipin Vilas Prabhu is here. Okay, he is from Abu Dhabi, and there is time difference there, but he'll get up early, sit for japa. He never compromised on his japa. Very, very sincere devotee in that way. And whatever his job is or shift is happening now, he used to come in his uniform itself and do japa. And there was Sarita Kapoor Mataji, she's a gynecologist in Dubai. She attend classes in her clinic itself. She attend class in the clinic. I was like, see, these people are so Krishna conscious now, because, and we should have association of such devotees. We get inspiration from them. Okay, so today's topic is the rarity of human form of life. It's very, very rare to get human form. And in human form, what should we do? Atma Tattvam. Who's that? Rishabhadev says, पराभवस्तावदपोपजातं यावन्न जिज्ञासत आत्मतत्त्वं यावन् क्रियस्तावदितं मनोवे कर्मात्मगम्येन शरीरबन्धः. Okay, we'll go to the verse. Yeah, Poojananda Mataji, Hare Krishna. You want to add something?
Hare Krishna Mataji, among the opulences which you were explaining, he's highly knowledgeable. He's very strong. Krishna. Among the other 6 opulences which you were explaining, he's a very highly knowledgeable person, Lord Krishna. From
Yes,
him
sir.
only everything emancipates, everything comes.
Yes.
That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Vedaisya sarve rahameva vedyam. So all the Vedas, everything has Srila Vyasdev. He has come as Shakti Avesh Avatar to give us knowledge. And this verse 5.5.5, you can memorize these verse. Very nice verse. The 5th canto, 5th chapter, verse number 5. He says, Parapastavat apoda jado yavan jitnyasat atma tattvam. So what should we do in human form of life? Atma tattvam, jitnyasa. We should be so inquisitive to know about the human form of life, to know about Atato Brahma Jitnyasa, to know about Krishna. Yavat kriyastavaditam manam me karma magamyena sharira bandha. Otherwise, what will happen? We'll be, because of our karma, we'll be in sharira bandha, one body after another, bondage in this material body. So translation goes, as long as one does not inquire about the spiritual value of life, one is defeated and subject to miseries arising from ignorance. Be it sinful or pious karma has its own result and action. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmaka, colored with fruitive activity. As long as the mind is impure, consciousness is unclear, and as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, we have to accept material body. तो अगला जन्म लेना है हमको. You have to keep accepting. Okay, so that doesn't mean you don't have to do your karma. No, you have to do karma. You have to have money and Lakshmi to serve Krishna, for your maintenance of your body and soul. But that's enough. Don't. Yesterday I was asking everyone, no, if you can select your parents, whom will you select? आपको आपका मम्मी पापा चुन सकता है, तो किसको सेलेक्ट करेगा? किसी ने बोला अंबानी को सेलेक्ट करेगा क्योंकि यू कैन बिकम द रिचेस्ट ना, कुछ भी नहीं करना है ना. बट देन दैट इज ऑल्सो अति मोहा, नो, क्योंकि बहुत रिचेस है तो क्या होगा? यू विल नॉट डू भक्ति. जन्मैश्वर्य शुद्ध श्री भी रेदमाना मदप नैवर हदि अभिदातुम वैत्वम किंचन गोचर. अगर बहुत दौलत है, बहुत सब कुछ है, we will not do भक्ति, we will not do भक्ति. तो wherever we are, we should be accepting कि कृष्ण ने अच्छा किया हमारे लिए, है ना, कि because of that we are doing भक्ति. Okay, so these are all small things which I can understand. I think tomorrow Prabhu will be back. Okay, he's traveling now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please take darshan of Shri Radha Govinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you. Anything to add or any question?
Krishna Mataji.
You can stop.
Very much, Mataji.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namo. Anand Kodi Vaishnava ki jai.